Greetings and welcome to FactionMasters Season 8, Game 8. For this one, we have the Cave Goblins, played by DeadSans, against the Chosen Grove, played by Nozy. And I am joined by Nozy, our Chosen Grove player. Welcome to the video.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for having me.
So this is actually a matchup we've seen, I think, last season in FactionMasters. It's one where I really thought the Chosen Grove would win easily, but the Cave Goblins did manage to get through. What can you do as a Chosen Grove player to avoid those big combos, the gang attacks, and the just getting swarmed, really?
Yeah, I think my mindset going into this game is just make sure that I have a unit adjacent to my summoner because one thing's for sure, cave goblins don't have the tools to do any diagonal attacking, right? So they'll have to make sure that they have line of sight. So all I have to do is block those line of sight.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, I remember it wasn't long ago I listened to the Chosen Grove episode on the Discard for Magic podcast. There was some discussion about, do you put a gate in front of Nimid here? It's something that I used to do a lot, but they said, oh, no, it's not good. It blocks the summoning spots for Nimid using the Gift of Life. Do you have an opinion on this, or do you think it's more situational?
Yeah, I'd say it's more situational. Most of the time, the only reason why I would not do that is because I'm confident that I have my guards all the time available.
Hmm.
Because the reason why we put gate on top of Nibbin in the first place is that so we don't have to worry about one side. Given that Nimin has no means of moving away from threats, you want to block at least one so that you can focus on the other two. Well, technically, no one at the start of the game can attack her from behind. So I think that's the reason why most people just play the gate uh, like automatic in front of her so that you just have to worry about two sides. But I think it's more situational because sometimes I go into a matchup where I don't usually do that or up until I am able to find a better angle of doing so right after I've used my first uproot, which is right across the 10th gate of my opponent.
Okay, well, let's get this started here. Uh, Cave Goblins go first. And focusing on that Ember Guard. Not quite enough dice to kill him. He's got an Unrelenting in the first round, but doesn't use it, just builds one Beast Rider for magic. And it's like you're going to answer back with some more defensive units. I like focusing on the slingers. You want to kill those guys as often as you can, so Cave Goblin player doesn't get the extra attacks.
Yeah, and usually those one HP unit, you could say that it's the easiest way for me to generate magic as well.
Sneaks himself is getting into the action here. I imagine he'll swap with a climber at the end of this turn. Also, this gate is in a position that seems pretty hard for you to destroy it or even block it, maybe. Only 2 units in hand, but Bloom of Spring is nice. And the Unrelenting is going to make it difficult. So this is kind of a tough situation to be in. You're still at 20 health, but it seems like the goblins have already advanced into your territory. Do you ever consider using Uproot just to reposition Nimid, even if you're not getting the 5 damage?
Yeah, I mean, I do that on most I mean, on other occasions, but I think in this game I did not do it. But as I mentioned earlier, putting a gate in front of Nimid is something that I would do just so I don't have to worry about one side. And at this point, right now I only have two other units that I can summon. So for me not to worry about one side, I think for this game I'm going to put the 5 gate in front of Nimid.
Okay. I think we'll see a use of... Oh, no, I'm not going to use the sneak yet. These Beast Riders can get some pretty big hits here. And I imagine Sneaks himself will swap up here to try to finish off that Seed Bearer. So here's the uproot.
Yeah, because if you look at my hand,
Oh, there's no
starting
units.
this turn, yep,
Ouch.
exactly. So
Yeah.
at this point, I was thinking, should I uproot and then just move back and take inactivity damage? But then at that time, I was thinking he might have sneak, so that would have been even more hurtful for me because then if I move backward and he had sneak, he would then block this clinger behind me, right?
Yeah.
So what I thought was at least get some damage and get some magic, at least just for this turn. So at that time, that's what I was thinking. Would I move back or move to the left and at least take one common and magic? So I decided for display instead.
Yeah, and unfortunately, still not drawing many units. That's going to make things difficult. You do have the other uproot. Might be nice to get that out. I think you built both of these events as magic and drew the other autumn. You
Yep.
can get a Knight of Seasons out pretty strong, but sometimes against the goblins, what you want is rather than a small number of large attacks, you want just a large number of attacks. So
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I wanted units to make sure that I'm being blocked.
but at least he doesn't have the horde attack here. This could be a lot of dice, a lot of dice on
Yeah.
Nimid. It's going to be a lot of dice as it is. I expect he'll use the enrage for all of these zero cost commons to attack again.
Yeah, with gang up, it could have been over with this turn.
Yeah. As it is, it kind of looks like it might be over anyways. You will have the oh, got a little bit of a reprieve there. Well, you do have the Shroud of Autumn. If you can clear some things out. But this is looking difficult.
So I was contemplating if I wanted to move Nimid backwards.
Yeah,
Yeah, but then I thought I do have my shroud, so maybe I can just block the other sides,
yeah,
and then yes, because I still want to keep that bottom summoning free.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, you're looking a lot safer now, and you've got some more Oaksworn guards coming up. Not Ember guards. I think I said the wrong name earlier. Um, now DeadSans has his pylons. He can get. Let's see. He doesn't have any clingers. He can maybe get get 1 or 2 units up onto you here. Let's see what he can pull off here. With the pylon and the enrage, I guess. Well, Knight of Seasons is just has a lot of HP to take down. He's getting all hits though. Can't be helpful to your cause. Focusing on that gate to make sure he makes the best use of the pylon, and then for the enrage, looks like the Knight of Seasons will not be long for this world. Well, he's at least used up a lot of his combo pieces, but 7 health is pretty low. You do have your other Shroud of Autumn, which could be necessary here. Maybe not yet. This Ember Guard can really help protect. Here's the other Unrelenting being played. DeadSans is getting low in his draw. You might be wishing you were getting low on yours, so Nimit could move more freely, but drawing 2 gates has got to be pretty good for your defenses.
Yeah, now I was contemplating where to put those 2 gates because I know that during the next turn I would not be able to summon more of my units because since he used Unrelenting, I wouldn't be able to generate more magic.
Yeah, that's true. It's nice to have a sapling for free. At least with the Seed Bearer, you don't get the kill, but you do get to do that boost after all. Just having these gates up here is really difficult, but I'm not sure what you could have done to prevent them from going up. It can be hard to project as Chosen Grove into the middle of the board sometimes.
So I think this part of the game I had 2 options.
Yeah.
Either I use that gate to block my right side or the left side. But I was thinking at this point, if I block the right side, he'll just damage the gate easily because all of his forces are on the right side. So I thought maybe might as well just put it on the left side and then take it to him on the right, because then I'll have units to summon my own anyway. But that's how I was thinking about it at the time.
Yeah. Sorry, I rewound a little bit too far. Here we were. So that's where you put the gate on the left side. Okay. This is the situation we're in here. Now I think we'll see the sneak and maybe the pylon. Not using it yet. Now the pylon. Ouch. That might be the end right there. There it is. Cave Goblins getting the good rolls when they need them. Well, you certainly gave it a good fight. It looked like in the end it was just too much swarm that you weren't able to fend off. Is there anything you could point to of something you maybe would have done differently, or is it sometimes just that's how the card draw the hand is drawn?
Yeah, I think maybe if we go back to the part where I used the King of Night, was that KOS? Yeah, as a meat
Yeah,
shield.
yeah,
Yeah, I think maybe what I would
right
have done
here,
at that yep. I think maybe I should have just put the KOS on my right.
right here. Yeah.
Yeah. Because at least I would know that he wouldn't be able to use the gang up because then that would be an open space,
Mm.
right? And
Yeah.
the only target we'll have is either my gate or phase two Nimid. So I think that's the only well, if I could go back and redo it, I think from then on, yeah, maybe
It's
that's
a
what.
tough
But
choice because with Nibbit at 8, you don't want to leave her totally unprotected, but you couldn't know he had these combo cards in hand,
mhm.
although you might suspect that he could have them since he hadn't played any of them yet, but this was really just a lot of damage out of the blue to go from this to this all in one turn. Didn't even need that many units, but used both the gang up and the enrage the horde. So, all right,
Yeah, I think
yeah,
yeah, I think having that hand where I had two of my uproots and KOS, something you really don't want to be in as chosen group. But yeah, you sometimes just have to deal with the hand you're dealt and then make use of it.
right. Well, thanks for joining us for the commentary, Nozy, and congratulations to DeadSans who advanced to round 2. Thanks also to all our viewers for tuning in to watch, and we will see you next time for more Faction Masters.